first graders, for math today, before we start anything, our materials today might be a little tricky, so I want to be very clear. So yesterday we were working in the math book that says topic D on the front, okay? Now, we're not going to be using this math book today, but you need to still keep it. We're not done with it, okay? So the math book with topic D today goes off to the side, and it gets used probably tomorrow again. So make sure it's still out. We're not done with it. You cannot throw it away yet. Please keep topic D. The math book you will need to get out today, though, is a new one. It says topic H through J, and it has different text. It's smaller text on the front, so it should be pretty easy to pick out. Okay, so you want to find the math book that says topic H through J. We're going to be doing the lesson in this book today, and then we'll be going back to the other one tomorrow. Okay, so go dig out this topic H through J math book and grab a pencil, grab your whiteboard, and come on back to me when you are ready. Make sure to pause if you're going to grab materials. For those of you ready to rock, let's rock. All right, make sure your eyeballs are watching the video, your ears are listening, and you are ready to participate, first graders. Remember, if you just sit there and stare at me do everything, you are not doing the learning. So you are following along with me as we go and following directions. I know you can do a great job of that. All right, our I can statement today says this: I can solve story problems with a missing part. It's very similar to yesterday's I can statement. We are solving story problems with a missing part, and this is the big thing that we want to remember here, is ways we can find a missing part. Yesterday we reviewed finding a missing part by using addition, right? So 7 plus something, we have a missing part here. But we also learned a new one where we take the whole number and we separate or take away the part we know, which is 7 here, to get the other part. Okay? So either way I did this, I'd get 7, 8, 9, 2 dots, and 9 take away 7, I would also get 2 left. Okay, so we are continuing using those ways to solve story problems with a missing part, but with a little bit of a twist today. We have something new we're going to add into it as well. Okie dokie, so first thing I have for you today is a story. We have Freddie. Okay, Freddie, this is just a story problem, an application problem that we're going to go through pretty quickly so that we can get into our lesson. Okay, we have Freddie, and Freddie has 10 action figures. Okay, he has 10 action figures. Will you go ahead and draw a quick math picture of 10 action figures? Remember, math pictures will have circles, sometimes squares, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There are my 10 action figures. Are you finished yet? You should be, because it's a quick math pick. Okay, quick math pick, I like to call them. All right, so he has 10 action figures. Some of them are good and some of them are bad. I only know how many of them are good. Okay, I know that 5 of them are good and the rest are all bad action figures. Okay, by good and bad I mean good guys and bad guys. Okay, 5 of them are good guys and the rest of them are bad guys. So if we know 5 of them are good guys, 5 and something make 10. Trying to find this missing part. Go ahead and write a number sentence you can use to find your missing part here. There are a couple options you could have done. Could have done the adding part. Oops, not 10. When we add, we start with the parts. 5 plus 5 good guys plus some bad guys equals 10 altogether. Okay, so that might be, I'll circle the 5 good guys, and I'm going to put a G for good. Today we're going to practice labeling. Okay, G for good guys, so that means these ones must be the bad guys. Ooh. So I could also see it like this. 10 action figures take away the part I know or separate it. 5 gives us something. How many bad guys does he have? Right, you should have 5. In my picture I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left. So 5 plus 5 equals 10, and 10 take away 5 equals 5. Awesome job. All right, let's get into it now, first graders. Okay, I'm going to get a little secretive on you today. All right, I'm going to show you some counters, but my counters are going to pretend to be books today. Okay, so pretend my counters are books on a shelf. There are 5 books on the shelf. Okay, there are 5 books on the shelf. Now close your eyes. Oh, if you're not closing your eyes, watch me. I can just whoop. Now you can't see. A student put some more books on the shelf. Whoop. Ooh, how many more did that student put on? There were 5. The student put some on, and now how many are there? How many books are on the shelf now? I hope you see 7. There are 7 books on the shelf now, and there were 5 to start. Ooh, uh-oh, what do we have here? What do we call that? A missing part. So, we're going to practice something new today called labeling. And we're going to use labels to describe what is in a story. Okay? So, we had the 5. Well, what does the 5 stand for in the story? 5 what? 5 books, yes, but these 5 books were where? They were on the shelf. So I'm going to say, let's put a B for the books that were already there. Then we need to find this number. What does this represent? This will represent what the student put on the shelf. So I'll just put an S. I have a B for the books that were already there, and an S for the student who added some more. We don't know how many more, but we do know that once they added some, there were 7. Okay? Now, we can also draw this as a picture number bond, first graders. We're going to do a little bit of it in the lesson. We won't do a ton, but I do want you to see what it looks like. So if I were to draw a picture number bond, I'm using quick math picks still, so circles usually. I know that there are 7 books altogether. 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, see that? Watch, I circle it just like I'm making a number bond. 2 legs sticking out. 5 were already there. See how I'm just matching it up with this number bond down here? 5 were already there. How many did the student put on the shelf? Woo, this is a lot of work. Now, we're not done yet, first graders. We have to find this missing part and still write our number sentences. Okay? So, let's start with our adding number sentence. Okay, we'd start with the part. 5 plus what, okay, gives us 7 books altogether. Or subtracting. Let's separate the 5. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm separating them from 7. So 7 take away 5 equals, what do you see here that's left? 1, 2. Or you can say 5. Ooh, well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What's left here? 2. So I put my 2 in my number bond. 2 in my number bond. What's our answer? How many books did the student put on the shelf? The student put 2 books on the shelf. 2 more. Nice work. Now this is a lot of work for us to do on our whiteboard. So luckily in our workbook, there are parts that are at least done for us, like the number bonds and some of the numbers in the sentences. So Let's switch over to our book now, because we have a lot of learning to do. We're going to be using these picture number bonds, both the adding and subtracting number sentences, and labeling the number bonds. It's a lot to keep track of today, first graders, but you can do it. So I told you to grab that Topic H book, and you're not going to go to the first page. We're actually going to skip some pages. So the first page has some airplanes on it. We're going to keep going until we see these little flower type things. Okay, at the top it'll say Lesson 30 problem set. Make sure you have Lesson 30 problem set. All right, and you'll see they already have some of the many things we have already worked on. You see a picture number bond that those flowers are in. You see a regular number bond that we're going to have to label. And you see number sentences that we're going to have to finish. So, holy smokes. Whew, if you need to take a wiggle break and pause quick, you can go ahead and do that. Or get a sip of water. Okay. All right. If you're ready to rock, though, then let's rock. First, our job is to solve the math story. Okay. Complete and label the number bond and the picture number bond. So we have to complete and label this. We have to complete this too. Okay. It says lightly shade in the solution. So that would be the answer to the problem. We will try to do that, but we might not on all of them. Okay. All right. Number 1. Jill was given a total of 5 flowers for her birthday. How many flowers did she get? 5. She put 3 in one vase and the rest in another vase. Okay, so picture that in your mind. 5 flowers she got for her birthday. She took 3 of them and put them in this vase. She put the rest in this vase. How many flowers did she put in the other vase? Ooh, okay. So they've started a lot of this for us. They started the picture number bond. Let's go ahead and start with our regular number bond because we can easily see our whole number is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And our part we have is the 3 flowers she put in one of the vases. Now we have to label it. Okay? Now we don't have great label names on this. We will call it vase and other vase. Okay, so let's put a V next to the 3. We know that's where she put the flowers in the first vase. And we'll put an O for other vase over here. The vase we don't know how many flowers is in yet. Okay, all right, so we have 5 and 3 as our whole and our part. Let's go ahead and figure out how many more flowers she put in that other vase. Now, if I wanted to use my picture number bond, I could say, all right, well, she put 3, 1, 2, 3, in the first vase. What's left there? There are 2. I'm just going to draw circles because I want to keep going. Okay? So there are 2 left over. I could also circle this part, or I could just draw the line in between and say, okay, those were the 3 in the first vase. There are 2 left that she must have put in the other vase. All right, let's finish our number sentence. 3 plus 2 equals 5. And 5 take away 3 equals 2. Good. Now it says lightly shade in the solution or the answer. So the answer would be how many flowers she put in the other vase. So how many did she put in the other vase? She put 2. Instead of shading, I'm just going to circle. Okay, if I shade, I'm going to maybe not be able to read my number anymore. Okay, so let's just circle. Whew, number 2. We have Kate and Nana. They were baking cookies. Now notice in this picture number bond, I see the hole is on the bottom this time and then the 2 parts are at the top. That's okay. Okay. All right, Kate and Nana, they're baking cookies. They made 5 heart-shaped cookies and then made some square cookies. They made 8 cookies altogether. All right, so here's a good key word here, Altogether, they made 8. That means that's going to be my whole number. Okay. How many square cookies did they make? Okay, well, they made some heart. Ooh, heart and square. Those would be great labels. What letter could we write for the heart-shaped cookies? An H. Let's write an H on a part. Do we know how many heart shapes they made? We do. They made 5 heart-shaped cookies. Let's add that into our number bond. And what's the other shape they made? Square cookies. Do we know how many? Nope. They says they made some square cookies. Okay, let's start our picture number bond. So our heart-shaped cookies, you can do hearts if you can do them super fast. Otherwise, just do circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 circles. And all together they made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to separate the 5 that I know, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to draw a line so that I can see the other part over here. How many square cookies did they make? 3. Good job. 3. Okay, good. So, finish my number sentence for me. 5 plus equals 8. Right, 3 should be in this box. Finish my subtraction number sentence. 8 take away 5 equals 3. Good. I'm going to circle instead of shade. That is my solution. There were 3 square cookies that they made. Awesome, awesome. Okay, let's try one more together. How about it? Okay, we're doing the same thing. Picture number bond, regular number bond with labels, and then 2 number sentences. Okay, here we go. Bill has 2 trucks. His friend James, oh, hi James, came over with some more. Together they have 6 trucks. That's a big word. Together they have 6. So that should send an alarm off in your mind. Whole number. Together they have 6 trucks. How many trucks did James bring over? Okay, let's start with our picture number bond. Notice how we have to do it all ourselves this time. We know our whole number. Let's make our whole number with a quick pick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and just circle it up and put 2 number bond legs just like that. All right, what other information did we know? We only have a whole number. We at least need a part if we're going to solve this. Bill has 2 trucks, right? There's our part. 2 trucks. So, put it in your number bond. 1, 2. Circle it. Now, what does this 2 represent? Whose trucks are these? These are Bill's. I'm going to put a B for Bill. What might we put for the other missing part? Whose trucks do we have to find out about? James. Yes. What letter does James start with? J. Okay, good. We have to have those labels so that we show that we know what's happening in the story and what these numbers all mean. All right, let's take our 2, 1, 2, draw our line. Now I can see 2 is a part and this is a part, and I can find my other part. What is my other part? My other part should be 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I can go ahead and finish my number bonds. All right, now I have an empty number sentence. I have 2 parts missing in my number sentence. I want to start with the part I knew. I knew that Bill had 2 trucks. I didn't know how many James had. But after doing my number bond and my picture number bond, 2 plus something equals 6. My picture says 4. Let me double check. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. I'm going to circle or put a square around it. It shows that's my answer. Now 6, they took that whole number. Remember when we subtract, we always start with the whole number. 6 take away. What was the part we knew? We knew about Bill. Bill had 2 trucks. We separated the 2 from the rest. We had 4 left. Good job. So, James brought over how many trucks? He brought over 4 trucks. Awesome job. Okay, boys and girls, I hope you feel like you're getting the hang of this now. On Seesaw, I will explain what you need to do on your exit ticket. And I want to see if you are understanding how to use a number bond to write an adding number sentence and a subtraction number sentence to solve a story problem. Remember, both are missing parts. Both are missing parts. But we need to be able to use adding or subtracting to solve if we need to. So head over to Seesaw, get started on your exit ticket, and good luck. I can't wait to see your work.